Tragic things that can happen, especially as someone who works out a lot, is going to the gym, putting in so much work, putting in so much effort, and not seeing any results. And as someone who's been working out probably since like elementary school or middle school, I know how frustrating and annoying and how much of a letdown that can be, and even sometimes pushing you to not even want to work out anymore. So I'm going to let you guys know some reasons why you might not be seeing results. And this is going to pertain more to people who are more into hypertrophy training, not strength training or trying to lose weight, but strictly people who are trying to gain muscle. Some reasons why you might not be seeing any results, why you might not be getting bigger, why you might not be getting stronger, and a few other reasons like that. So let's get into it. So the first thing that I would recommend to anyone who is not seeing results is to make sure that you are accurately tracking your calories. I've had a lot of, I don't want to say clients, but a lot of people come up to me at the gym, a lot of people with just asking advice in general. Why am I not seeing any results? I've been eating, I've been going to the gym, but I'm the same size that I've been for the past few months. And then whenever they show me what they're eating, if they're even tracking their calories, which most of the time they aren't, they are eating well below the goals that they have for themselves. If they want to be like 10 pounds heavier, they're eating the calories way under that. So let me give you an analogy. If you want to build a skyscraper and you're receiving materials to build a house, you're not going to ever build a skyscraper. You're going to continuously build a house. And what I mean by that is, if you're not giving yourself the materials you need to build a bigger building or to build a bigger body, your body's never going to be able to do that. And those extra calories are going to be going right to building more muscle. So with that said, you have to make sure that you're eating at a surplus. You have to make sure that you're giving your body the adequate calories it needs to go ahead and use those extra calories to build muscle. So if you need to learn how to track your calories, if you need to learn what do I need to eat, how much to eat, and everything like that, I made a video for you right there that'll actually explain everything that you need to know about how to track your calories, how to eat in a maintenance, so you can actually grow muscle and get bigger and get stronger. So I just got done benching. One of the other things that I really wanted to mention to you guys is I'm already tired just because benching takes a lot out of me, but that goes to show the next thing, which is training close to failure. I got a DM a couple of months ago and someone was asking me like, hey, I like your physique, what did you do to attain it and everything like that, which I have no problem with. I always like giving advice to people. He told me what he was doing, and he was doing like 8 sets of 3, like he was doing a lot of sets and not a lot of reps. And the thing is, if you want to do strength training, you can do like 5 sets of 3 and stuff like that. But if you want to do hypertrophy training, the rep range for hypertrophy training is like 5 to 30, somewhere around there. So if you really want to get strong, you can be doing a bunch of sets and stuff like that. You have to be taking 3 to 4 sets very, very close to failure. And by failure, I mean if someone put a gun to your head and was like, I'm going to shoot you unless you do 1 more rep, which is really extreme. But that lets you know, am I actually pushing myself close to failure? I had another guy who was saying, like recently, and I'm not throwing shade, I'm just trying to give you guys examples, but another guy was saying that he usually does like 5 sets or something of like triceps and biceps and everything. And I was letting him know, I'm like, dude, if you're doing 5 sets, you are not taking yourself anywhere close to actual failure and pushing yourself hard enough. Because by the 3rd set or 4th set, you should be like really, really pushing yourself. So in general, I would recommend pushing yourself very, very close to failure. Not to every single exercise. Like some exercises, you can actually push yourself all the way to failure, like accessories and stuff like that. But you should not be doing 5 sets of 3, 8 sets of 5, and things like that. That's more strength training. If you want to build muscle, you really got to be pushing yourself in those 8 to 12 rep ranges and around 3 to 4 sets. Like it's going to be different for calves. You might want to be doing like 15 reps or something like that. But in general, you really want to be pushing yourself close to failure. If you want to know what that is, if someone puts a gun to your head, like I said, and said, I'm going to shoot you unless you do 1 more rep. And if you can't do 1 more rep, then you're pushing yourself hard enough to be able to constitute hypertrophy and get bigger and stronger. So I just finished up the workout, but I wanted to end it with the very last thing that you guys should be doing if you guys want to be getting bigger and getting stronger and everything like that, and that is getting really good deep sleep. It's very easy to just stay up late, and the culture likes to idealize, you know, hustle culture and never go to sleep, wake up at 4 a.m. and stuff like that. That stuff is great, granted that you're going to sleep at an adequate time to give you a full 8 hours. If you're going to be waking up early, you're going to be tired, you're going to be making bad decisions, you're going to cheat on your diet because you don't have the willpower because you're tired, then you're going to get mad that you don't have energy in the gym, and then you're going to get depressed and stuff. Like, it's like a huge domino effect, and it's not going to be exactly like that, but the point is you need to be getting adequate sleep. And I'm saying that to myself too, because I edit these videos, I do TikTok, I do Instagram. It's very easy for me to come home and just work until 11:30, 12 o'clock, and then wake up at 7 to go to work. So you need to be making sure you're getting 8 hours of sleep. So one, it can repair the muscle damage that you did at your training session, which if you're pushing yourself to failure, you should be doing quite often. And two, it's going to give you energy for the next workout, which is very, very important, once again, if you're training yourself to failure. So just to recap, you want to make sure that you are eating in the surplus, especially if you want to gain weight. You need to make sure that you're tracking your calories and making sure that you're eating in a surplus so you can actually give those extra calories to the muscle building process, which is really, really important. Two, you want to make sure that you are pushing yourself to failure. And by failure, I mean the example I mentioned earlier. If someone put a gun to your head and was like, you need to do one more rep or I'm going to kill you, and if you can't do one more rep, or you have maybe like 1 or 2 left in the tank, you should be adequately training yourself like that every single time, or for the most part, and then deload, progressively overload, and add more weight over time and everything like that so your body can adapt and get bigger. The other thing, and lastly, like I just mentioned, you want to be making sure that you are resting a solid 8 hours, not 6 hours, not 7 hours, but at least 8 hours, so that you can train yourself adequately with all the rest that you got, and two, repair all the muscle damage, which is really important for building new muscle tissue. So I guarantee if you do all those, you will absolutely gain weight and get stronger and everything like that. That's the secret to how I got as big as I am. There's obviously a few things I need to work on, like going to sleep at an adequate time and a few other things. But hopefully you guys liked today's video. If you guys did, make sure you click that like button down below. If you guys have a question or feel like I left out something, let me know with a comment. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one.